I'm Jack Thompson. I will eat your soul. I will make video games illegal and everyone miserable. Okay. Now, you're still watching this. Yes, I know that was extremely strange. But, Big Al 2K6 ripoff. Big Al, love you. Huge fan. Keep up the good work. Now, as you can tell, this is a rant on Jack Thompson. He is a fucking asshole, and I hate him with a passion. It's against my religious beliefs to hate anyone, but I hate him. Let's talk a little bit about why. He blames video games for every fucking thing. If someone gets shot, oh, they played Grand Theft Auto. Someone gets ran down in the street, they must have played Grand Theft Auto. A fucking kid goes crazy and kills his whole family. Oh, you must have played Manhunt 2. He even blamed Columbine on video games, and from what I understand about it, they really didn't even play video games that much. And if you look at the games available at the time, the only shooter I can think of is Doom. Doom is not that bad compared to what we have today. There are games like Fear or Doom 3, which are extremely graphic. The original Doom is not that bad, but of course at the time it was one of the most gruesome games ever made. Now, if you play it, in case you haven't, you'll really notice that it's not the same. You're going through a military compound on Mars, killing zombies and fucking demons. Huge difference than picking up a loaded gun and homemade propane tank bombs planning to take out a school. In Doom, there's a good purpose, as in most shooters. Columbine was a fucking tragedy. Well, of course, there's other people than Jack Thompson, like numerous politicians, and of course the ever-famous soccer moms. Maybe I'll further rip off Big Al and do a soccer mom rant. But that's another day. Another night, I should say, because I'm vampiric mortals. But I'm getting a little off topic here. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about violence in video games here. Now, a lot of violence in video games is extremely exaggerated. Such as, if you play Call of Duty World at War, you'll notice that you can take an assault rifle that blows someone's fucking leg off, which is awesome, but highly unrealistic. And I really don't see how somebody with mental illness could take that as video game training. Now, I have mental illnesses. I have bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. So I kind of know what I'm talking about here when I say it's fucking impossible for someone to relate a game to real life if they're raised properly. Now, what causes school shootings, you might ask? How about bullying? I was bullied intensely as a child, and I know the kind of homicidal impulses you can get. And there's also trouble at home. If someone kills their parents, it's most likely because they're abused in some way. Like, I believe, a few years ago, there was a girl who killed her father. Now, nobody really knew why until a couple months afterwards, but it turns out father was raping her and beating her. But of course, out of nowhere, Jack Thompson rides in on his high horse saying, oh, she must have played Counter-Strike or some fucking bullshit. I don't know, he pulled something out of his fucking ass. But, yeah. So, I'm sure he felt like a dumbass once the reason came out. Now, if a little 8-year-old gets their hands on a copy of Grand Theft Auto or Doom, what have you, it's the parents' fault. Nationwide, in all game stores, an ID is required for M-rated games, and now, in some places, even T-rated games. So it's literally impossible for a child to get their hands on a copy of such a game. It's the parents that are to blame for this shit. They are the ones who contribute to the delinquency of their children through providing them with games that they don't fully understand. And a 9-year-old is not going to be able to tell the difference between a game and real life. I mean, I live with a 9-year-old, and he's fucking crazy. You know, I'll probably end up recording him snapping one day because he be doing some wild shit. But it's like, I fucking heard this shit that comes out of this guy's mouth, and I was like, wow, this dude's a fucking idiot. I mean, he's gotta be one of the dumbest men alive. And it's sad because he's a highly educated lawyer. Now, you'd think he'd want to look into the facts of shit first. But instead, he must wake up and pulls a little notepad out. And he sees what games are coming out. And he just bitches about them. But it's kind of funny because it seems a game Jack Thompson attacks always seems to do pretty well in sales. And the sales seem to go up after he bitches. So, yeah. I'm not gonna go all Big Al and do whole Jack Thompson shit. Or I'm not gonna go off like Darkness and start hollering and screaming. I'm kind of a calm person, so this is probably how most of my rants will be, in a calm manner. Of course, if I need someone to go ape shit, you know, I'll just throw in a Darkness soundbite or two, with his permission, of course. And that's about all I got to say for right now. I had more shit I wanted to say, but I really can't remember what it is right now. So, be easy. Peace. Subscribe.